Let's imagine you work as a data analyst into an organization which sells football. Your roles and responsibilities are to write SQL scripts so that you get some meaningful information out of it. Hi there, my name is Moazzam Ali and welcome to Guide Coachings. Uh, Today we are going to discuss on a very interesting and important interview related question. So if you have not subscribed us, please do subscribe so it gives us motivation to create videos like this. Now imagine you are working as a data analyst into an organization which sells football. You started writing all the scripts, you started writing all the queries, and you are supposed to create the meaningful information about the past 5 years sales from today. So now you are working on it, and now you started writing the queries to perform data mining. Now you are doing a data mining process. You started looking all the meaningful results, you are getting the information about the requirements. Now you have a meeting with the management to show your findings with them so that you can share your ideas and to know what their requirements and know what you have found out of sales data of football. So you are very ready, you are very confident, and that you will be the management will be impressed. So what you do, you took all your findings to your manager, you show it to him, but as you present your data and your ideas and your reports, boss started laughing and he cries because of laughing, and you are clueless, you are thinking like, what is wrong I'm doing, which I need to make correct. So you are scratching your head, now you are clueless, you don't know the answer. So what you do, you took your reports to your colleague and you show it to her, and then she identifies that in 2019, because there was covid, so there was no sales of the football, so that data is present as null into the database and you have not tackled it. Then you identify, okay, that is the key problem which I need to take care. So now the here question is asked as into the interview, that how you will handle null data into the database. So or the question will be, what is null if, and how you will use COALESCE. So these are the two same type of functions which are available, and they have similar type of work. So first of all, we will see the COALSEC function, what COALSEC functions do. So COALSEC function can takes many parameters, but minimum it will take two parameters. If you provide only one column name, that will not work. It should have at least two parameters. Okay, then it is present in both Oracle and SSMS. Okay, so you can write the COALSEC query into Oracle and SSMS. It checks and return the first not null value. Okay, COALSEC function is used, is popular, very popular, to identify the not null value out from a series of values. So if you have null null null, so I have written the examples for you to identify and to get the idea what I'm talking about. So see here, I have written select COALSEC a comma b comma c comma d comma f. As a result, it will from the dual, it will give us a result of 0. Like there's no, it won't give any result because there is no null value present. Okay, so it will give me the a value as. Now if I put select colsec and the first null and then b, so it will give me the result as b. Okay, and this you can try. This type of question also can be given into the interview, that if null is present and then b and then c d e f, what will be the result. So we can say that b will be the result, and here the d will be the result, because it will print the first not null value, and not null value is our d. Okay, and if I see here over here, it will present the null value. Okay, as a result. So now we will talk about null if. What is null if? Now null if is a comparison function. It compares two values, and if those values are no matching, then it will give us as a result null, and if those values are not matching, then it will give us the first as a value. Now if you see here, I have written over here null a comma null if a comma a, null if they are not equals. But okay, so if they are equals, so if they are equals, the output will be null. If they are not equal, the first value will be printed. Now see, null if null comma b, so what will be the result? They are equal or not? No, they are not equal. Okay, so the first result will be printed error, inconsistent data type. Okay, so here the inconsistency of data, because null is some other type of value and b is a string type of value, so this is not accepted. But this is the key difference between null and the other function, that it identifies on the basis, as it is a comparison function, so it identifies the return type, the data type of those both the values. And if the null is present at first, it will give us the data inconsistent error, and if null is present at the second, then it will print return a, because it will compare the first and the second value, it won't bother about the second value. Okay, that is what the difference between nullif and COALESCE function is. Now we'll quickly jump on to the practical window and we'll see how nullif and COALESCE function works. So here I have created already customers table, which we have used into our previous tutorial. Okay, so here I have added all the values to the customer table. I will just show you the customer tables value. These are my customer table value, where name has some null value and location has one null value. Now if I use name as Samir, okay, so see this is my column of name. Okay, so now I am comparing this column with this particular string. So wherever the Samir matches with the name, where some, so the first record is Samir, so here the first record should be null, and rest of the records would be Ankit, Amit, Sandra, null, Ankit. Okay, this is how the result will be. Okay, so if I execute it, see the first record is null. If I execute this, now see, if I change it to Ankit, it will be the second record, which will be null. That is what the importance of nullif function is. Okay, now we will talk about the update sorry, now we will talk about the COALESCE function. So COALESCE function, I am also again using the orders table, which we have used into our previous tutorial, where we have three values: the order id, customer id, and the amount. Okay, now here if I show you what all values orders table holds, so it holds total 5 values, out of which 4 values are null, and the fifth value has the last record, that is 101. Now we are aware about null if sorry, COALESCE function. So COALESCE function, if I write it like this, and from dual, okay, so if, or else what I will do, I will simply remove this, and I will copy and paste it, copy and paste this function, okay, over here, and then I will put some values over here, like the way we have presented into our tutorial. So A, B, and C, let's take it this only, and we'll execute this. So here it will print only a value. Now if I execute the same result and put null ahead of it, or else what I will do, I'll remove this and I'll put null. Now if I execute, what result I should get? Now tell me before the execution. Okay, and match the answer. Okay, so this is how it works. So if there is, it will give us the first not null value. If it does not have any null, it will give us the first value. If it has any null, it will give the first not null. Now I will execute the same over here. Okay, now I will write null. So tell me what will be the answer now. Okay, so the answer for this would be B. Okay, because that is the first not null value which is present over here. Okay, I will just separate it out and I'll just execute. So B is presented. Now if I remove this and replace it with null, so it should give me C as a result. C as a result is given to me. That is how the COALESCE function works. Now I want to show you this case where I have a null value at the beginning and B at the end. So I should get data inconsistent error. Okay, so if I give here null and this, if I execute this, data argument nullif cannot have constant because the nullif first argument has to be known. So it is not known because null is something which does not have any value. It is not 0, it is not pi, it is just an empty space. So empty space does not have any data type, it is not known to the system. So it is not known to the system basically. So what it asks, that nulli function should have the first value as known and the second it will check for the second one. So now if I put null over here, now this will work and this will give me a result. See, this is giving me the result. Now the third situation where, the third scenario which I would like to show you, that if I put null over here and null again, so what will be the result? Tell me. Now pause the video and you can check, you can give the answer and check the answer after the execution. Now what will be the answer? See, because it is taking the first value. What is the first value? So if you put null and null, it will ultimately going to check the first value which is not unknown to it. So it will definitely going to throw an error. It is not like it will check for this. And now the last case which I want to show you is this, that if I put Ankit and Ankit, so this is the simplest one. You can tell me the answer of it. It will be null. Why? And why it is giving me this many times null? Because I have 5 6 records into my customers table. That is the reason it is giving me 6 time null value. Okay, that is the reason it is giving me null 6 time, because Ankit is matching with Ankit. Okay, and here I'm not passing any column name, so that is the reason it is giving me all the nulls. If I pass any column name over here, the way we have already passed, then it will check all the records which each and every one, and wherever the Amit Ankit comes, it will place the null value. And this null is basically coming from the not known value which we have already added to the database. Okay, and believe me guys, this is very important. COALSEC and nullif functions are two functions which are very confusing and very important in terms of interviews, in terms of your job placement, because these are the questions which are asked for the basic or the starting position, like 1 2 years of experience, or you have 5 6 7 years of experience. At that time also this COALSEC and nullif definition and differences are being asked. Okay, that's all for today. Thank you so much. I hope this is going to be helpful for you and it will help you to crack the interview and get the desired job you want in the IT industry. If you want to know more about the courses which I run online, you can contact me on the given below number, and I will help you to understand all the questions, all the queries, and all the doubts which you have related to the SQL or related to the PI tool, whichever you are working on. That's all for today. Thank you so much. See you next Saturday.